Hello, I'm Robin Kermode. I'm a communications coach. I used to be an actor for many years, and for the last 10 years I've been helping people connect with their audience, and I'm going to give you a few tips now. So let's look at nerves, and there are 7 responses we have to nerves. Now, nerves obviously are a fight or flight response, so we feel under attack from an audience, or now clearly the audience aren't going to attack us, hopefully, unless we're a very bad comedian at the Glasgow Empire where they used to throw steel nuggets at comedians if they thought they weren't very good. So hopefully that's not going to happen. But the body responds in the old-fashioned way that we would if we were a caveman being attacked by a dinosaur, and 7 things happen in the body. So, fight or flight, we're going to run basically. So the muscles have to be given the signals to move, and the signals are oxygen, adrenaline, and the other chemicals, and they're transported by blood from the heart. So the first thing that happens is your heart rate goes up. Now, if the blood is sent to the legs and arms, we have less blood in the head, which is why people tend to go blank. Secondly, adrenaline is sent to your eyes, and if we're not careful, we can end up looking slightly starey, slightly manic in the eyes. And what's happening is the brain is saying, where's the exit, where's the exit, where can I run to? So we want to avoid that look. If we're running, we don't want to choke on saliva. So what happens is the brain stops producing saliva, so we end up with a dry mouth. So water is a very good idea. Funny enough, coffee, tea, orange juice, terrible. Really bad. The best thing to have is water. If you want to drink anything, drink water. The next thing that happens is the brain says maybe this threat, this audience, this dinosaur, hasn't seen you. So let's not make a sound. So it cuts the voice box off completely. Now, that's really unhelpful when you're trying to give a talk, because obviously you want your voice to come out. So what we have to do is to actively turn it on. But what happens is sometimes we half turn it on, so we end up with a slightly squeaky start. So we walk out and we say, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want that, right? We want a bit more Roger Moore, good morning. We want a straight out there. Now, coming down the body here, we have the heart, which we say is pumping away. The lungs are bringing oxygen in, so that's your hyperventilating. There's no blood in your stomach, or less blood in your stomach, because it's been sent to your muscles, and therefore you tend to feel a bit sick. After dinner, speaking is hard because this is going on here. Then what happens to your legs and arms if you don't run? Well, what happens is they start running on their own. They just stop running. So the subconscious brain is saying, this is a threat, run. And the brain is saying, I can't run, I have to give a talk. So now we're in conflict between the conscious and the subconscious brain. And the muscles eventually will start to move because you're giving all these signals saying move, and eventually they just start shaking. There's one top tip, which is really, really good, is it's physically impossible to shake like this if you squeeze your bum. I don't mean with your hands, I mean clench, all right, clench. It's the biggest muscle, so it's either your buttock muscle or your thigh muscle. And most men say they prefer their thigh muscle. Also, by the way, of course, by squeezing your thighs, you're also squeezing blood back up to the brain, so you're less likely to go blank.